Not sure why you can't log in. I'll give you the login credentials again, but it should be pretty straightforward with the investor password. So here's the account. Let's see. Let's log into the history. Here's the history. It's today. Let's see. Yep, that's the day. Right now, another trade is running for that, so that looks fine. It's between NAS and US 30. These are the first day that I used these settings. I just made it more simple. Here's the whole last, I think, 8-9 days. So I'll go through slowly so you can kind of see. This is where we started on the 12th. Right now it's the 22nd, so the 12th. The take profits and the stop losses are already in there, so it automatically does that. So these are the first trades. I'll just go through so you can kind of see each one as it goes. So originally what I wanted to do was have just straight risk to reward. I started it with 60 on the take profit to 20 stop loss. So these would just go in, and then whatever goes 60 wins, whatever goes minus 20 loses. And then I had a break even in there as well, which kind of cut off thousands of dollars, so I ended up taking that out. But that's where you see these -4, -7s. That means it went about 12 pips in the profit. Stop loss, I moved to break even, and then it went back and hit it. But a lot of these were really big wins, but they ended up being, break evens. So it was cutting me out of a lot of profit, but it still did really well. So then I moved into taking those out of there, right? And we have these. So this is like a choppy day. So when I saw that, I'm like, I don't want to have all these L's for no reason. If it's not going 60, but it's going into profit 10, 15, 30, whatever it is, I kind of want to take advantage.
You feel what I'm saying? And
so that's all good. So that's that. So this was a overall 29% win rate. Then I moved it from 60 to 100 because I saw that they were, doing way bigger numbers, and I was missing out on pips there. So I moved it to 20 pip stop loss, 100 pip take profit. And that's why you see these thousands coming through on this day, right? So that's that. And then I had a little trail on it as well. So that's what that looked like. But not every single one is going to go 100 pips. So all of these losses are ones that didn't go 100 pips. They probably went into profit. They all usually go into profit at some point. But again, if they don't go 100 pips or 50 pips or something like that, then it's an L. And I was okay with that because it was risk to reward for me. And that's it. So overall, the numbers that look good, it was up 5,600. And then in 3 days or so, 4 days, and that was good, no problem. But then I'm like, I'm tired of seeing these losses for no reason. It's kind of cutting into what my profit would be if it's taking these L's. So then I started playing with some settings. You see that this changed from 10s to 5s, 2s and things of that sort. So you see that change. This was me changing settings. So then I went up on the risk, and now the numbers are swinging a little bit bigger too, right? Put some trails on there, and you see there's no more green take profits. It's all hitting stops, which means all of these were like trailing stops. What I didn't like about this was that these were huge moves, but they all got cut out really short because it was trailing in that way. But the losses did not get cut short, right? So that didn't come out good. So then we move forward, changed a couple of things, then it looked like this, right? Which looks a lot better. So that was fine. Kept on going. You see the take profits are back. This changed. So you see the changing of it, right? Overall, out of all of that, it ended up back where it was on day 3 at $5,300 hands-free, which is good. So today, what I changed it to was something nice and smooth, not as many entries, and this is what it looked like for the day. So this looks a lot better to me. It hit one stop loss, and these as well hit stop losses. No, they didn't even hit stop losses. They just cut itself out, so that's fine. So it looks a lot better, and everything is going to kind of move in this way. I'll show you where that's coming from as well. So where it's coming from is here. We actually come to some candles or something that you're familiar with seeing. So for example, right, usually I'll just pop off these 15-minute alerts, and they're always in a good spot. The issue was, this is where I would have these take profit and stop losses, and these would be those stop losses hit, and these would be those wins. And then risk to reward says, if I lose 3 of these and win 1 of these, I win, and then these 2 will be wins. That's what it originally was. I'm like, I don't want to have all those L's in there for no reason, right? So what we changed to was something a little bit smoother, and this is what that is. Okay, so this is what you guys would be on. Make it nice and simple looking, and take these out. And what you guys would be on, which is why I'm so confident, is that, for example, you can kind of see where you can roll that back up, please. Appreciate it. Put the AC on if you need. But all right, for example, so what I would be doing here is allowing something like this to determine the entries, right? So when these are crossing over right here, then basically this will be an entry, 1 entry, and it's not going to do anything else until this actually crosses back over. Either that, or I'll have a nice take profit for it. So if you can see, if it lines up, it went all the way here and then cut itself out here, right? For 100 some odd pips. Very smooth. It's not going to be 40 stop losses. No worries there. If it's a 10, that was $1,000 move, right? Then here, this is literally today. Then here, you got that entry, and it came all the way back to about here on the cutout, right? You kind of get the picture of that. Let's see, make it a little easier to see. So just back and forth, back and forth. This is why you saw Nas pull itself out in losses, because it was just teetering back and forth, but those losses are very small compared to what the gains are looking like. And of course, you're not going to see 40 stop losses hit, if you're looking like that. And you had US 30 doing something very similar. Same type of thing. So same thing this morning. Enter in about here. Goes, crosses back over about here. That's a solid move. Sells here, comes back. Maybe that's a win, maybe that's not. I had to take profit there as well, so when it hit it, that was good. And that's what it looked like. So if we go back over here to the chart, this is what it really looked like in US 30 for the day. And one of them didn't go off, so I'll just have to look at that and see. But for example, here's your entry. Let me see. Alright, here. So here's your entry on the crossover. This one went 60 pips. It took a partial. Then it came all the way back. And the rest of this partial came back and hit broke even, but money was made out of this, right? The take profit was like 100 on that. The next one should have been a crossover to a buy, right? But I had the hour set a little bit too late, so it had already gone by the time, it did cross over, which was back here somewhere. But that would have been a buy, and I would have did that, right? Which we saw in the actual chart. So then later on in the day, pop back in for another one. Here's the sell. The sell came through, took profit here. And then another sell came through and took profit here, right? And then on the back side, we had another sell come through, took profit here, and a buy. So that's what it is. So that's why I'm confident in it not blowing the account. And that's what you see. This US 100, which is NAS, is in one right now. So right now it's in this cell right here, kind of just going down. And that should be good. There's the take profit already set. I'm in the investor one, so I can't touch anything at all anyway. But that's what it looks like. Here you go. So it's 1,400 for the day. Again, these are off 10s and 5s. So the drawdown is very, very minimal. It wasn't any drawdown at all today. And again, this is way more than the 500 that we're looking for. So those numbers, again, are off minimums. And the risk is not crazy. FTMO, we'll get this real quick. Here's the credentials. Same credentials. And now we're looking at the overall scheme of things, right? So here's the max drawdown down here. If I could press it. Well, it's 497. And this is what it looked like. Good settings. Great. Move. Couple days. Top that 5,900. Changed the settings because I didn't like all those losses. Got down to here, and then changed it up a little bit, pulled it here, and now we're right back to where it needed to be. So if it was like this for the whole time, or if it was like this for the whole time, then it'll probably be way more than that, for sure. So December 12th start, active, MT5, permitted loss for the day. Today's profit right now 1561. 9 days have gone by. That's right on target for the 500 a day, but again, it would have been a lot better if I weren't playing with the stuff. This is the worst drawdown, and that was on the worst days when I was playing around with the settings inside. And then that's that. Risk to reward, It was at a 3-1, and then it was at a 4-1, and it was at a 5-1. Moved it down to 1.8 to 1. This was down at 29% before, with the, hey, look, I only win if it goes 100 pips, which was still profitable, but we're gonna get that win rate up, as you saw today. So day by day, this is what it looked like. Here's the 12th to the 13th, 14th. Oh, that's numbered. Okay, I'm tripping. It's down here. So here's the 12th, first day, second day. This should have been a definite win, but that was when it went 603 pips at 1 o'clock, 1:40 or so. I had it set for 2 o'clock to catch that, but this called it out early, so it didn't catch that. So this ended up being a losing day instead of a winning day. Didn't have to be. Then these days came. This is when I changed everything, and these two are when I changed everything and came back, and it looked like this for the rest of the time. So as you can see, 500 is definitely doable, and you can kind of see why. But yeah, this is it. This is it, working in that way, cleaning out a lot of the noise, and it's nice and smooth. It even caught this right here. So if I had it set this way, it would have caught that whole thing as well, all the way down to taking profit right here. And that happened on both of them. So you should be in good shape no matter what's going on in the market, whether it's news, whatever's going on. It's catching the bulk of all of that stuff. And that's the way we want it. So that's how that works. Hopefully that helps. And go from there.